All right, so July the 26th, Sunday.
Is that today? Yeah.
That is today.
Yeah, the day before we go 3-0.
Who are you guys playing? We'll get into that later. Anyway, so lots of the other captains like bailed last minute, so you can shit talk all the other captains as much as you want. You get free reign.
I'm the only captain here, baby.
Look, I got Dewey's spirit. I'm here for Dewey and
I was gonna say, do you have Corey's like mentality on this though?
Oh, well,
Let me get that.
I definitely don't have Dewey's dance moves.
You know, oh yeah, but you need like Corey's like clipboardness, like his like clipboard dadness.
No.
All right, there we go. So that's
Nobody has that.
All right, so I'm joined by Lauren,
Hey.
Michael, and Rick.
Yeah.
All right, that was pretty uneventful.
Yeah.
Anyway,
2 moist kicks and a thick kick.
Is that what
yeah, there's a joke in there somewhere.
There is. There's a bar joke there.
Okay. So, Rick, I don't believe you have played Monday Night before.
I have not.
Neither of us.
So, okay.
None
So
of us
that's
have.
none of you.
Oh,
No,
All
no,
you
no.
played before, haven't
Oh,
you?
did you walk a draft? No. Yeah,
Not
no.
draft. Never done draft.
So, first of all, you guys are horrible people for not playing Monday Night Sooner. I'm just going to throw that out there right now.
Wow.
Busy person.
Okay, so
I feel attacked already.
honest assessment here. What do you think about Monday nights?
Oh, it's fun. Because you play with people that you wouldn't normally play with. Like when I would never play with half the people that are on my team.
Okay.
And so when Levy reached out to captain with him, I thought that was really cool because like we've scrimmaged together, or played together, like
Yeah.
Great Lakes. So that was really cool.
Yeah, it's fun playing as people that you normally play games against. Like most of my friends are on every other team, and I don't really have any teammates I play with.
Yeah, so it's weird because like all of our like normal teams are like all
Spread
divvied
out,
out.
okay.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see how much of an asshole I am versus how good at kickball I am.
Okay.
So let's see what round I get drafted in and see how that shakes out.
And you went in the girl draft. I just want that to be clear.
Now, I
Pretty
will
Ricky.
throw this, a lot of the names I did not recognize, a lot of Florida players coming in, which is, hey, I love people to try out Monday nights,
Yeah.
a growing league.
It's a lot of fun. It's different than any other like league you play because you get a draft and that's like the coolest thing.
Yeah, the draft is like the most fun process.
That was just so much fun.
It was stressful.
For who?
Like, man, first round's gone, second round, like,
Yeah.
where am I going?
Yeah, it went by really, really quick.
Yeah, like, I use it as motivation. I'm like, oh, you passed on me?
I don't.
I'm
I
gonna
don't.
make sure I
exact
cost you a
same
couple
way.
runs when I play you
Yeah.
I was
guys.
gonna say, yeah. So I don't know if I'll.
Oh, by the way, I made you pop up.
Yeah.
And I got you out throwing from my
You
knees.
did.
So I'm gonna count that
I
as
can't say
my.
anything.
You guys
Yeah.
passed on me,
I
yeah.
can't
So
say
there we
That's
go.
fair.
I'm-
That's fine. I'll let.
Cost you some runs, so.
I'll let
Hopefully,
it
we
go.
get it back in the playoffs, and I'll throw one more at you see if you can do it.
If we get
Hold
to
on, you're getting in the
playoffs.
playoffs?
Oh, we definitely are.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll get into that too.
We'll get there. No, I don't know. Like that was just like a fun process, but it went quick. And I think I told Levy like afterwards, I was like, I don't think I'll ever captain draft again, but I want to be a part of draft again.
Nah, people love draft. We started doing it during summer because there were so many people. I mean, obviously we got the same teams coming back spring and fall.
Mm-hmm.
But the weird thing during summer is you got a lot of teachers who can only play during the
Yeah.
summer. You got people who normally play spring and fall that are just like that's their vacation time. They go on vacation everywhere during the summer. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a cool way to change things up. It's great for new people because they're not going to end up on a completely free agent team that's going to be destroyed by everybody. You know.
So,
No, I love that though.
speaking of teachers,
Okay.
why'd you try to blackball Noctur?
Oh, snap!
Oh, so
We're getting to this
all
already.
right, no, sure. Okay,
Giggity.
so this whole thing came up.
Yes.
So
Hooray.
one, registration was already cut off, so it was kind of a onesies and twosies to make the draft teams work. And
I thought it was a clinical error because like he plays other side of the water. I'm like, what is
I
Malcolm doing
gave
hopping
I gave
over here?
AJ the password for Luke Freeman. Luke Freeman signed up. But before I changed, because I was changing it like every sign up, but before I changed it again, Alex Nocter signed up. And I'm familiar with Nocter. Obviously, he's a good player, right?
Oh, yeah, it's good. He's okay at
I mean,
that.
I've played against him up on the peninsula before. Draft when I first,
He's a
before we started
peninsula
draft down
baby.
here, I went and checked it up there. Now I know he's never played Monday nights before, so I'm like, what's going on? So I checked his registration. He wasn't signed up for the peninsula, so I'm like, because he lives closer to Richmond than he does here.
Yep.
So I'm like, well, did he sign up for the wrong league? He just saw draft, bam, done. Because apparently he was out in Portland, right?
Yeah.
So I get talking with Brent. Brent reaches out to him. I reach out to him. We're trying to figure it out because also on his registration thing, he's like, I might make one game. We're like, well, holy shit, right? So we're trying to figure out, like, did he sign up for the right league or not? And this was like literally the day before the draft. So we had the captain's meeting before the draft.
That's right.
Which
And
AJ was late. And was the
AJ
only
was
one
late.
who knew the story.
he was there for this part.
Like,
though.
let me tell you that,
Um,
like, AJ, like, when he's late, fine, but, like, he was there for this. Like, he was there for this meeting.
And
He's
again,
hiding in the back.
what I just said was kind of the facts that I brought up to captains. I'm like, this is the situation. Like, he's a really good player. Obviously,
He'd go
you
first
know,
round.
there's questionable whether he's
He
going to be there or not.
would have easily
And-
gone first round
And we don't know
if this was next.
which league, like, if he meant to sign up for this league or not. Didn't know. And
Yeah.
the captains were kind of back and forth, but then AJ chimed in and was like, oh, I know he's going to be there. And all the other captains at that point were like, well, wait a minute, what do you know about this, right?
Well, it's
And
because,
all of a
like,
sudden it was just like, no, let's just remove him from the draft. It's kind of a weird situation.
So yeah, because
Yeah.
like ultimately he'll let us like as captain say yes or no, like yes we want him in the draft or no we don't want him in the draft. We heard the one game thing and that it may or may not be like an error that he signed up for this side. Why would he sign up for this side when Peninsula is right there? So that was in our heads. So like ultimately we took it up to a vote and most of us voted just not to let him play.
So you all hate Noctur.
No. So this is what happened.
Collusion.
No, because my game plan, well, one, we had already picked our
just
draft
chalk
choice
it
at
up.
that
It's-
point.
Just blame it on me. Like apparently I get like a conspiracy theory generated against me every single year. So this could be this year's
So it's
conspiracy
funny.
theory.
It was funny too because when it happened, and then you're like, so Noctur's gonna play on the non-draft team. I'm like, so I'm gonna get short-dicked because like I have 14 players, everybody else has 15, and AJ has 16 players. I was like, I'm playing
That was
one
an
person
interesting
down.
couple
In
days.
fairness,
like,
that
so
was a
if
good
anybody-
team to put him on because they needed a coach.
Perfect.
And
They did.
Noctur's
Oh, no,
a great
it
coach.
worked out
No, but it
good.
was funny. I was like, I'm getting
I was-
lowball
I
here. I
was-
was like, anybody should get Noctur if he's coming in and he doesn't want to play that team. Like, if he wanted to go to a draft team, it should have been me. And I was ready to like cat
That was
fight
gonna-
Keel with
that
her.
was gonna
I was like,
be-
I'm gonna have to claw
That was
Keel's eyes
absolutely,
out.
that was absolutely the right call, getting him on that team. 'Cause
Oh,
that
yeah.
team needs it more.
Yeah, and that was the
No
thing. It was
offense, we
after
love you
after
guys.
the draft happened, I think it was like later that day. It was early the next day. He got back to Brent.
Yeah.
Brent finally got a response from
I think
him.
AJ like also had like blown up his mood. So I'm like, hey, you up? Hey.
And so he was like, "Yeah, I still want to give it a shot." And we were like, we're cool playing with, it's like a Jeep meetup type group thing or whatever, right? I don't know.
They're all really nice
They're a
guys.
ton of fun.
They're
They're
cool.
so
They're
nice.
wide
They're
open.
so
They
nice.
love, having him on their team,
Yeah.
He's been pitching for him. It's been a good time.
They're so
And for
nice.
a new team, like never
Yeah.
played before, they are far
Well, a
from
few of them
the
played
best
those
new
like
team
years
I've ever
ago,
seen.
but yeah,
Far
no, they're
from.
really nice. Their captains are super cool.
That dude
We joke
playing
around
in
that
his
captain's
cowboy
shallow.
boots.
That's the
That's
that
something
is hilarious.
else, man.
That
Yeah.
guy is
He's
a
wide
whole
open.
joke. That
I
dude's a whole
love
joke.
that.
You need to get him on this show.
Yes, that dude.
With
that
his
dude,
cowboy,
that guy
yeah,
runs
he can only
ratings.
come on the show if he's wearing his cowboy boots.
That guy will
Wow.
have ratings.
Yeah, he can only come up here if he's wearing his cowboy boots.
So we'll jump into the mailbag questions here.
Oh god.
They're actually pretty tame. Nothing
Oh,
crazy.
they are.
Nothing
I was
crazy.
like, ugh.
I'm shocked.
Let me pull up one thing because I need to answer. Because someone asked a question and because let me throw out a shout out to softball.
Hey,
I just
softball.
came from that, so softball. We had a good turnout at Bucketheads today too.
Way to go, Waka softball.
It's
too hot.
It's too hot.
It is hot
It's
out
too
there.
hot.
Like I'm setting up fields, and by the time my game even rolls around, I'm like changing out to another shirt because it's already soaked.
I saw you Monday. I saw you
Yeah,
Monday.
we see you Monday for
Yeah,
You
us.
should
so
try wearing
it's,
a sweater under your t-shirt.
Why are you doing
Yeah,
that?
that's a good idea.
What do you mean? Have you not seen all my fur?
No, I try not to.
Yeah, you do.
I try and avoid it.
Let's see
That's-
here.
No, I
It,
go to
like-
the beach. I go to the beach with you too much, Rick. I know what you got.
Fridays we
In fairness, I
played.
condition it. It's
Fridays we
soft.
played on turf at
Beautiful.
6:30.
It's actually very luscious.
Fridays we played on turf at 6:30, and that turf just got hot, and it was the hottest thing I've ever played.
Yeah.
It just
Monday was
hot.
rough because it was just
Humid.
like it was just dry. There was no breeze.
If we're gonna talk about Friday though, we gotta shout out Tam and Gabby for Jello shots and getting us through those games.
I just need to shout out Bucketheads on Mondays for getting us through our Monday games because let me tell you that truly lemonade hits so much different after those games because it's so hot out. I'm like,
After you sobered
Alright.
up from the ones you drank earlier in the
leave
day.
me alone. We don't talk about
Sweat
that
'em
time.
out. You sweat 'em out.
I was sober by the time I won that game. I was so hot.
Well, let's get to these questions.
I don't want
All right.
to.
So question. Where did this one come in at? Here we go. So it's the second part of one question. So it was, how is the draft order relating to the standings? So in other words, people want to know, You know, did whoever had the first, second, third pick, are they doing better?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Oh, well,
so
I
right
think
now,
we're-
the top. Right now, we have a weird situation. So there's 4 teams that are 2-0,
Yeah.
and 4 teams that are 0-2.
which is
But
fine.
it's all going to change this week.
So out of the 7 draft, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah,
all the
this is
undefeated
awesome.
teams play each other this week, and all the winners teams.
Yeah,
somebody's
yeah.
got to
Gotta
lose.
lose.
Somebody's gotta lose.
So, adios.
They don't.
So
Yeah.
Adios got Adam Tatum, and he was
Tigers.
gonna be a first round pick regardless.
Right.
So I think, but they have a great team regardless. Like they picked.
Well, then they got Ricky in the second.
Yeah.
No, and
How did that happen?
I'm saying that though. Like so.
That's true.
So Adios, which is Mafalda and McNulty, they picked strategically. Like with their pick, they read the charts. They were doing really well. So I think.
Yeah, they picked by position too.
And they were really smart with their picking. So I knew they were gonna be a really good team. I knew Thick Kick was gonna be a really good team, and I knew Crush and Balls was gonna be a great team. Everybody else was kind of like we all got great players, but I think those 3 teams are like
You
the
said
ones to
there's-
watch.
You said there's 4-2 now? Who's the other one? Because those 3 are.
Kicking grass is 2-0.
Kicking Grass is
Which
2-0.
team's
It's
Phil
Phil
and
and
Bree.
Brito.
Oh, okay.
Which
So-
is, they're not like they also got solid players, but I think that the 3 teams to watch are Adios, Thick Kick, and Crush and Balls.
Did you hear that, Philip? Lauren's selling you short.
What's up?
I mean,
So,
And
But
I'm not saying that
no,
they're
so
bad. Like
the-
they have
I
a
mean,
solid
The
team.
teams that are 2-0 right now, they were definitely my top 4 looking
Yes.
at the rosters.
Yeah.
And I did have some
and
questions.
you've never even seen me play.
And I've never seen you play.
Yeah.
I mean, if you, like you said, the question just based as it is,
Yeah.
looking at the
Yes.
draft as
Then
it
yes,
is,
I think
3 of the top
I think
4 had the top 3 picks.
Yeah,
now,
so I
now
think-
for the top 4 teams, they drafted 1, 2, 3, and
You guys drafted
6.
6,
Or
yeah.
5.
Yeah, they were 5. They
yeah,
were
it
5
was
because
1,
then it was
So
run.
So
yeah,
yeah,
your team.
1, 2,
So it did correlate pretty well.
We were.
So yes, I think
As of now.
I think right now with how
We'll
it
see at
stands,
the end of the season.
Yeah. but I think as it stands right
But
now.
I'll say this
correct.
though, because I get all the names and reading the draft, and sometimes I get a name and I'm like, I know so and so and so and so and so and so is showing up. But at the same time, like we had a lot of new players too, so I'm like, do I know nothing about this really awesome player? Or is this a
Yeah.
bad pick? Is this a good pick? Like I don't know.
There was a
I'm
couple.
never gonna forgive myself.
I'm pretty sure we're
for
gonna get
letting-
into this later, but there was a couple we were picking where I was like, I have no idea. She had no idea. A lot of people had no idea, but we had one player who's like, I played with him in this league. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right, look, that's
Well, no, and
so-
actually, as soon as I was drafted, I handed Ryan and Mafalda a list of 3 people who were still on there that I'm like, they should have already been drafted.
So,
So-
and that was
Spill
the whole
beans
thing.
on
So,
who it is, or-
Oh, that was it was Nancy, Dana, and different Rick,
Oh,
Richard Petty actually.
Oh, that,
oh yeah.
the old
I bet you read those
43.
fast.
Old 43. Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's
No,
good for
I
the
think-
old shake and bake.
I think it correlates pretty
Yeah.
evenly so far.
Where'd you draft?
So.
We were
So-
7th.
Yeah.
So, but it worked out for us because.
Well, I mean, it's interesting because like if you draft number 1, you can get whatever player
Yes,
you
your
want, which
choice.
is awesome.
Which is great, but then you also have to wait a while.
Exactly. So
it,
when you're at the end,
You get back.
you're going
back
to
really
get
good
almost
players.
2 first-round players.
Well,
you
if you
know.
think about, like, I mean, most of these, like looking at the first 1, 2, maybe pushing in 3 rounds, they could all be first. Like a lot of these people.
Yeah.
could
a
flip
lot
it.
of these people should have gone high. Like a lot of people should have gone
Going-
higher than they did. So
and-
like I was dumbfounded.
Like,
how long
going
they
into
did.
the draft, looking at the list, she had a big list. Like our other captain had a big list. Looking at
So-
people did. There was
and
like
that's-
5 people who you knew they were first round. You
Yeah.
knew they were.
And that's what Levy
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
kind of considered. So like we were like, especially once we picked and we knew we were going 7th. I'm like, these people are gonna be gone by the time we're ready to go. I was like, so let's go with like our second option, which we like already had a list of. Like we had plan A, B, C, and D ready to go. So Levy and I kind of were fine in that sense. Like we knew what we wanted to draft it and when we wanted to draft it. So. I'm still content with who I drafted and when I drafted.
And I will say this too, like because
Except
I've
for you,
had
I
the
wish I
draft
wouldn't have
before.
taken
I understand that.
Preparation is huge. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
and I can honestly say that the teams like who, when I went to turn around to announce the next pick, when they were coming up with their pick, they had better drafts overall.
Yes.
So what you're saying is AJ taking 12 minutes to make each one of his pick directly
You know
correlates
what's
to his
great
team.
though? You know what's great about that? It's like he had his laptop and everything set up, and you just saw him like sitting in the back. Like,
GM
I'm,
of football team
I'm like,
coming
honestly,
in
I was like,
and-
did you bring
Oh.
them hats, AJ? Like, what is this? Like,
You're getting called out for a bad draft, AJ.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I can't wait to play that.
Sup?
Nice.
But no, I will say this though. I do think Run the Jewels didn't have the best draft,
We know they didn't.
but
It's
for
crazy.
talent wise, I think they have the strongest triangle.
That's interesting.
Davin, who's their pitcher? AJ?
Davin, AJ, and Regina.
I disagree strongly.
I
have
hard
I
disagree.
think we have CJ, Nick Schmidt, and Dewey.
Nah,
That's gross. Yeah.
again,
That's gross.
Yeah.
it's also good.
It's to the point where I'm playing first base.
And outfield.
Yeah.
Guess who's playing first base for us? Ricky.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So like
yeah.
we knew your team. We were like, yeah.
We
that's-
knew you guys were gonna do great because
Yeah.
like you guys have like such like a strong like core infield and it was just like it was a fun game to play. Like none of these games have like been like miserable to play. They've been really fun so far.
Yeah.
Which
Well, I mean
like.
that's a good thing. I mean Monday nights.
Like,
I mean Monday nights are a little bit different. Like I mean for the most part it's a really good group of people.
Yes. Very.
Oh,
Like a lot of these people up here I've played against,
Yeah.
played. You know, it's fun and I really enjoy this so far.
See, it's funny. My team, we have 3 or 4 people that I know, and the rest of the people I don't know at all.
So like, and that's what I like about it. Like you're meeting new people, and our last 2 picks were like a duo, and like I absolutely love them. Like they're like some of the coolest people I met. Like they come out to Bucketheads, like they still participate. Like they come to the practices. Like they're super
I think a lot
cool
of people's
to be around.
thoughts going in because it's only 6 weeks, right?
yeah.
Is don't get too many new people because you only have 6 weeks to show them if they're fresh and never learn. It's
Well,
6
see,
weeks
it's-
to teach people, so it's like
That's
wow.
interesting. So
I love our new people.
Yeah, we
Like-
yes, absolutely.
and I will say a lot of the bad draft picks typically come mid to late rounds because people just go for a name that they know.
Yes.
And that's horrible to do.
And it's a safety pick, but at the same time, like,
You're
because like if you're looking at the
you're
draft,
losing out on a pen
obviously if
potential.
you put them on an even scale, you have the top players to the weakest players, and you've got the average somewhere in the middle.
Mhm.
So if you're getting to the mid-late rounds of the draft,
Yeah.
and you're picking someone who is okay, they're below
Like,
the average for this draft pool. Like, why not take a chance on someone new?
And that's
Because
what we
like,
did.
yeah, they might be below average, but you know what? They
You
could
don't know what
be
they're gonna be.
They
That's
the
what we
might
did.
next
have
great
high-end
player.
potential.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
you
we-
never know.
So it's funny. So we like because we were looking in like Levy. Like at that point, like I handed him, Anthony Genova, Levy, and Danny Morris the clipboard. I was like, y'all, like I got who I wanted, and I was like putting in my input with certain things. And then we were getting to like the bottom, and they were like, "Well, we've seen this person play; they're okay." And I was like, "Why don't we go for the couple?" There goes our last 2 picks. We don't have to worry about anything. And they are like, Aaron showed up, and he's like, "I play softball. I play flag football. Like he's athletic.
Yeah.
Shannon does karate. She like does hot yoga. Like she like
Those-
can be in the heat.
That
and,
is
like,
probably
be
the
good."
most.
And I'm like,
key thing.
Jesus.
Well, and
Just having that booklet with
that's
all
a good
the
point
answers
because
in.
we had like about 3 couples
Mhm.
Yeah.
coming into the draft, and so many teams just like pass and pass.
I
and
forgot
pass
the
and
exam. I'm not
pass.
gonna lie.
I forgot because they're at the top of that
Yeah.
list, so we're like looking through everything else, and I was like, I want that one right there. I was like, Aaron and Shannon, like that's it for us. Like we don't have to draft anymore because like I knew before that we were going to be the team that had 14 people. I already agreed to it. It was fine. And I was like, so there it goes. I was like,
Sound a
there's
little
13.
salty about it.
Nah, well, if
You almost had knocked her.
I could have had, yeah, I could have had Knocker.
One of my favorite parts about that draft, watching it, it's like watching a football draft where one position will start to go. Like when the first girl went, you could just see the one
Oh, there's a
girl.
run, yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, gotta go now, go.
I do love that though.
That
so
was a great round.
That was a
Girls,
fun
yeah,
round.
because you
Yeah.
live with all the girls.
Yeah.
Pretty Ricky.
Pretty
jumped in
Ricky,
with them.
baby. You're the prettiest girl. No, it was good though, and like what I loved about the draft was, from like listening to other people talk from draft past, they were like girls went around up this year, like they didn't go like when they usually do, and I was like, that's awesome.
So I think one thing. So last year, Club Walker implemented our current rule revision, beginning of 2019, which was dropping from 11 players to 10 on the field, and still obviously same girl guy ratio, but then guys have to kick past first third. So this did a couple things. One, the percentage of players on the field that have to be girls is higher because I mean it's small margin of 11 to 10, right? Straight up 40% now.
Yeah.
And then additionally, because of guys having to kick past first third,
Bunting's not
it
as easy.
changes
Oh,
the strategy which you use for catcher. So for girls that are very athletic and can play catcher, if you've got a girl that can play catcher, that is huge.
Another thing too is if they can pitch, you may not be able to spin it, but if they can just throw it down the middle, throw it hard, that's golden. Or a girl at first even.
And I don't
That's why
think,
Michelle's
I
I
don't
don't
so
think a
good.
lot of teams realized that last year because they weren't fully up on the new rules yet. Because in spring season, it just started the rules.
So it was like a trial.
They hadn't
run
adapted,
almost, yeah.
and I think after having played a full season, this coming year, like people were like,
We need this girl.
having good girls is important, more
Very.
important than it used to be.
Yes, very.
Which was kind of one of the goals of us making the rule change.
So the thing that caught me off guard with that was, so we pretty
Hey,
much
you
went
with
in
the
and said, no, I'm perfectly fine with that. So you go in and you say, hey, you know, whoever it was, I think it was Dewey and Lisa, they're the best girls. Okay, they were equal a 4th round.
Yes.
And then everybody goes out and picks girls in the 3rd round.
Which
It's
I
like, well,
loved.
if you just
I
said
love
the
that.
best girls equal a
Yeah.
4th, why then did you
Well-
pick a whole 3rd of
Because
girls?
they did
No,
it based off
that,
of something.
that
prior
said,
to-
so the burn draft picks are
A round
intended to
lower?
be 1 round lower
Okay.
than what you win.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
the reason why is because sometimes you can have a good captain who would be a 1st round pick, and you want to be like, oh, you don't get a 1st round pick. So we want everybody to get it, every team to get. A
Let me
first
tell you,
round
that was a
pick.
whole headache and a half because AJ
Oh, yeah.
and Levy were going back and forth on like where they should be, and Levy's like, I played one time, and he's like, but we're like, everybody knows you, Levy.
You look
So he was
wide
like,
receiver
so you're
dog.
gonna go like a little bit higher up, but like Levy was kind of insulted. He's like, well, like if everybody's seen me play, everybody's seen Corey play too, so Corey should have gone higher.
Now, it's interesting because like
And-
as an outsider watching the process unfold, it's funny because you see the ego of a captain like, oh, I'm that round. At the same time, they're like, I don't want to burn my picks. I
I need
want
to
to.
get one.
Yeah, so it was
You know,
really funny.
yeah.
So like, so AJ and Levy kept going back and forth about it because they're like AJ was like, well, if I'm going 2nd round, you need to go 2nd round. Like that should be your burn pick or whatever. And I think Levy ended up just burning his 3rd.
Third.
Yeah, it was his
me,
3rd.
Joe, and then him.
Yeah.
Good name.
But it was really funny to watch those two like
Battle
batter.
it out.
And then there's Corey just sitting back and he's like, I travel, I'm captain winning teams, da da da, and then he's still going 6th
What was it,
round. I'm
6th?
like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you. That was when most of them went though, like McNulty and all them went 6th. I think that was like the clump of them.
Yeah.
But it was funny because like I know like Corey's super talented kickball player, so like if it was me, like I would have drafted Corey way higher up than like 5th
Then
or
the
6th.
6th, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it was funny to watch these two going, and then you just see like Corey McNulty and like the rest of the dudes just sitting back like, whatever, do what you want.
Yeah. Were you guys signed up to play in the sand kickball tournament?
No.
I was
I
refing.
refused
No,
it.
that's
I
right.
refused.
I was gonna ref.
So it got, unfortunately, it was canceled.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
North
blame you
American
specifically.
Sand Soccer
Don't blame Sam
Championship was
Soccer, we blame
canceled.
you.
Oh no, that got
And we tried
Shucks.
to.
I mean,
We
that's
got all the
very
information from the
bad.
Sand
That's fun
Soccer
to watch.
people. They
So,
helped
like,
us
you're gonna,
out.
like,
There's
piggyback that
what,
field, right?
Yeah, so basically we
Spain.
sub-rented a field
I
for
got
it. We did that
Jared,
last
buddy,
year.
we went down there again.
And it was
Sit there
their
and-
whole
we
event
didn't
was
know
canceled.
anything.
We tried working with the city, and the city, after back and forth, the city was like, look, we're just not giving any permits out for any sports event on the oceanfront right now.
Wow.
So
Good for them. man.
But
Good
it's
for
funny
them.
though. It's funny that they're not doing that. But like, if you go out to the oceanfront, like, and just like, if you step out onto like 5th Street and you just see how
Today I
cluttered
heard they
it is.
took the volleyball nets down.
Oh, good,
yeah.
good, great. I'm just saying, like, it's funny that like they're like,
Nope, put everything up, let
No.
everybody play.
no organized
Work
anything.
through
But
it.
like,
You have
when
an
you
immune
walk
system,
out to
make
the
it happen,
oceanfront,
let's
and you
go.
can attest to this too. And like, you were with me on 4th, like when we walked out there, and it was just covered with people. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
people are gonna
And-
be out
and
there
I-
regardless. You
I
might
will
as well
say
let
this,
them be like
like-
healthy and active, you know.
You know, there were a lot of people who reached out to me that were not comfortable playing this season,
I
and that is
understand
very
why.
much understandable.
Oh, yeah.
And the reality is, like, we've already had people miss games.
Yeah.
Either
Oh.
symptoms or actually symptoms got a test positive, so, you know, it is out there, it's real, we try to take every precaution we
I
can.
had
do.
to, I took a test, cause like we did a tournament, you know, like right before
Yeah.
Walka started. No, it was in the one in Virginia Beach,
Oh, that's right.
and like I was around so many people that day that I don't know, so like I scheduled an appointment for like that following Wednesday. I got my
How
stuff.
fun is that test?
It's not a great feeling.
I'm
I did the nose swab though. They have like another test now, but like I had to do like the nose up the thing, or like the swab up the nose. I was like,
Nose
oh,
up what thing?
the nose up the thing. No, the swab
We
up the
roasted
nose.
AJ, but he just now tuned in to watch.
Oh, we
Aw, we
Oh.
missed us roasting you, AJ.
We
You're
didn't
gonna have
roast
to
you at
rewind.
all, AJ. We love you so much, and nobody said anything bad about you, especially not me, who loves you very much.
It's okay, we can roast you again.
I am amazed though, like with all that was happening. We had a tournament in DC in March, like early mid-March, when all this first started. I'm amazed that's gone through. I'm amazed that Virginia Beach tournament went through.
I'm
We're all-
amazed that
a lot of us
Walka
are going to
happened.
Charlotte. Like I'm glad we're taking precautions.
I'm glad
we're
that
getting
things are
played.
starting to.
amazed though.
So, but like I'm like overall impressed with like how Waka's handled it. Like Waka got us like on fields and did all this stuff. Like we were all, I think we're all just like super thankful to be playing again,
Yes.
like on a regular basis, not just like hey, like because like when
So it's
when,
not-
No,
when the
and-
world
and
started
I'll
slowly
say this,
opening up
like,
again, like we were like, hey, do you guys want to
it's
like
been-
scrimmage somewhere?
Because I
That's
worked a
super
lot with
low-key.
Brent, coming up with a lot of this stuff, like, hey, we need to consider this and everything else, and the really awesome thing is people have been very positive about it. Like, I'm like, hey, you have restrictions, we got to do this, this, and this. People are like, we get
We
it,
gotta play.
we're on board. Like, I
We
got
just
pushed
wanna-
back
we
on
just wanna
temperature
play.
checks, everything. Like, people have been cool about it, which is awesome.
Yeah, we just want
Does
to play.
anybody else get nervous every time they do the temp check? You're like, I know I'm not sick. I've had 4 of these today.
Not
Well,
gonna lie.
I walked over here a little briskly.
Last
Yeah.
Monday, I
I'm
had a
hot right
headband
now.
on. I wear
Yeah.
a black headband. He scanned it and said, dee dee dee. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm good. And he's like, let me try it again. It went through, and I was like, oh my
Oh, yeah.
god, that would be so bad.
Yeah, but no, I got tested just to like be sure and all because I don't want to get like my Waka team sick and stuff like that, and my test came back negative. So I don't know. I just like I like the thermos gun though, like the little thermal
Yep.
temperature gun, temp gun.
They're sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
People have been looking for-
Actually, I didn't have it for opening week of softball. It was tough getting one, but I was able to get it. It arrived Sunday evening before Monday night.
Yes.
Come on, man. Anybody you know who does heat and air conditioning? We all have one in our house.
Sure.
I got one on my desk.
Hey,
I didn't even think
we
about
hit
it.
the
all
mama in
do.
the butt.
My brother, yeah, my brother.
Actually,
That's
I'll
a
go
good way
with
to
answer. I had an uncomfortable amount of people ask if they would take it on their butt. And I'm like,
Yeah, you did. Yeah, they all did it. They were all like, well,
Look,
so
we've
it
met
started
kickball
in-
people.
so
You've met
it-
kickball people.
That is true.
So it
We're
started
a
in
wild
like
little
the
bunch.
captain's chat, and he's like in somebody or Bree Copeland. It was Bree Copeland that started it, and then he had to put it like on the actual like Waka page, and like Tom Patrick and like 8 other people were like, well, we'll just take it in the butt. I'm like, oh.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
That was-
It's a very accurate way to take temperature, but
It is a
I
very
don't know.
accurate.
Hey, that was pre-marriage, Tom. You can't do
Oh,
that
yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
So shout out
so-
Tom,
Yeah,
Lauren,
congratulations.
Yeah,
congratulations.
congratulations.
Oh, yes, that
Um,
did happen.
I wonder. You
And
should
Tom
bring,
would never do that now.
you should bring some like new people that never played before. Ask them, be like, so how are the kickball people? Because you know this wild bunch. You'll take it in the butt. They're probably like, these people are freaking crazy.
I don't know. Better not be lame. Like their captains have just been like troopers, but like they dive right back in.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like if you clap.
They
them,
double
they-
down.
No,
They
I'll
clap
say
right
this.
back. Oh yeah.
Better not be lame captains. The captain should have been joking on people more than about anybody else.
Oh
It's
yeah,
awesome.
dude, they've been roasting us hard, and
Yeah,
but it's like
why you
it's,
gotta take this so serious? It's kickball.
yeah, it's really funny. Like that, like so. I think some of the non-kickball people like dove right in. I know my friend Lauren, who got drafted by Lisa and Matt.
Crushing ball.
Yeah, crushing balls. She was gonna be one of my girl picks, and I blabbed to Lisa about it.
No.
Listen,
Like
Lisa.
an idiot. Thanks for that, by the
That's
way.
wrong.
But like Lauren has come out of her shell so much with that team. Like she was up there on Monday doing karaoke. She's bonding with that team, and I told her that beforehand because she was kind of like iffy about playing because I didn't get to draft her. And I was like, listen, if you're gonna go to any team, I'm really glad you went to Lisa and Matt. I was like, they're really good friends of mine. I was like, they drafted a really great team. You're gonna have so much fun with that team. I was like, because Lisa and Matt are
Their
just
first round pick's a little suspect.
Mario. Oh yeah, he's a
Actually,
smash
let's
ball.
let's jump
Mario
into that
Kart.
because there was a Facebook question.
Hmm.
Who's Nick Schmidt asked this? Who's a better player, Mario or Alex?
Mario.
Oh.
Nick's just trying to stir the pot there.
Yeah.
See what he's doing.
Hey Schmidt.
Well, I mean, I'd probably take
Wait,
it.
who's Nick Schmidt?
My picture.
Ooh,
Who?
who?
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
I feel like I played against him.
Never
in,
heard
I feel like I played against him.
Nick's the ruggedly handsome one on our team.
Ruggedly, that's a way to put it.
So we have our
Oh,
sexy
that's
teddy bear.
actually,
That's a bit
I've
generous.
heard someone else on your team likes that though.
Oh, I heard that too.
So we have
So
sexy,
anyways.
we have sexy teddy bear. That's CJ.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
not
that's
tea
a-
time.
Then we have-
It's not tea time.
Then we have rugged handsome, which
Okay.
is Nick,
Pretty.
and then pretty boy.
Pretty Rick.
And then Corey.
So Dewey did a hell of a job drafting. She covered
And
all her
Corey.
bases.
You have Corey.
Oh, Nick, you just trying to stir the
Yeah.
pot, bro.
That is good on Nick. I definitely pick, hold on. I'd pick Mario in the 8th and AJ in the 9th, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, easily. Easily, yeah, that's exactly where they
Fill out the team. count
Honestly,
people.
like, I mean, both those players are going to go in some of the top rounds. Too.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
a lot
yeah.
depends on what you need.
And honestly, and I joke AJ, but I would love to play like on a team with AJ, just to like, cause he's a great player, but I play with Mario on a different league on Fridays, and he's just a beast.
I would love to play on a team with AJ until I made a mistake.
Oh my god! We love you so much.
All right, so who's making the top 4 brackets?
You want to start?
Yeah.
Start.
Crushing Balls is gonna make it. Big Kick Energy's gonna make it. Adios is gonna make it.
And then from there it gets a little odd because like
I-
these teams 2-0.
Yeah,
So
they're
they have
2-0,
only
but then
4
I
games left.
know, but I think this is where they teeter. I think Monday's.
Hey,
I
Bree.
think, hey Bree. Hey you. Hey you. I play with both of them parties too.
Like
But I think we have a chance to come back, and I think I want to say Billy Goats has a good chance to come back because they've got a strong infield.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah,
a really
they-
strong infield.
I would say this Billy Goats is doing a little bit better than I thought they
Yes.
would.
Really? Oh, don't talk about Bill that way. You can just say it's Bill.
no, that team is shocking.
Actually, Bill kicked in a run.
Yes, he
for
did.
me.
He
did.
got my boy Bill,
That's
the
right,
Army
Bill.
baby.
And we play them Monday, so I'm really excited to see how that game goes. I'm super excited to see how Billy
so-
Goats. I've been
Yeah, we
looking
played
for-
them last week.
Yeah, and
I think right now,
I think
the top 4 right now are going to be the ones that make the bracket.
I agree with that.
It's a pretty good lead.
you agree with that because you're in
The
it.
thing is, it's such a
I will say
short
this.
I'll fight
season.
you on camera.
Like, you start out 2-0, like you said.
Have a
There's
face
4
with
teams
me.
2-0, and there's
Different kind of casting
3 or 4
couch.
that are
Have
0-2.
fun.
Like the teams that are 0-2 right now,
You're in a hole.
Hey,
hole now.
this is your
that's
first
a
round
hole.
pick.
Now
I'm
they
having
get a
faith
chance
in
to
you.
climb out over the next couple weeks.
Yes. Like our first 2 games, we played against the top 3 team and another top 3 team. We've had a tough.
So the
first
way
two
the
games.
schedule happened to work out, so basically those top 4 teams right now are going to be cycling through each other.
Yeah.
And the bottom 4 are going to be cycling through each other.
So I'm excited to
it'll be
see.
interesting.
I think this is the week where everything gets really, really interesting, and from here on out, it's just going to be really, really good games, and I'm so excited to watch them all. But I'm eager to play on Monday because I've been wanting to play Caitlin's team from like day one.
I'm boycotting Monday.
Why?
I told Corey I'm not going.
Why?
Because if they don't have a Ricky, we don't get to have a Ricky.
Oh,
Because Travis is out this week.
that's a shame. Poor guy.
No, that's right. We are.
You're still going though,
Yeah.
so we'll see you Monday. We'll see you Monday.
But yeah, I think right now the 4 2-0 teams probably gets in just because it's such short season.
and
10
that's
weeks
why-
different. There's stuff that can happen. But such short season. It's
No,
Yeah.
the teams that are 0-2, and there's some good teams 0-2. They pretty much have to win out. Almost.
yes.
I mean, not necessarily depending on
Just
how
to
they
get
get
that
out.
four seed,
and
just
that's,
get that
and
4
that's
seed.
fine. And I do I agree that's such a strong top 4 that have gone 2-0. And Phil, I know that team's phenomenal. They have such a good defense. It's
Right.
insane.
So I'm not the question asker here, but I have a question for
Okay.
all of us here. Who thinks the undefeated team out of this 4, if anyone?
Oh snap!
Who's undefeated? If
Who
anyone?
comes out of this week undefeated?
I mean,
So actually, let's
you
go
guys
ahead
play
and throw
audio,
this
right?
up
Yeah.
there.
Wait, so who plays who?
So
You guys play audio, so do you
Yeah.
have Nick
I'm gonna go with-
that?
If they don't have Ricky.
I know that. I'm still saying that's regardless if they have Ricky or not. That is
Is that
still
the
a
right
tough
one?
team because we played.
I didn't resize it, so it's really hard to see.
Okay, that's fine.
if you made me pick,
So
so
stop.
Kicking grass and crushing balls.
I think Crushing Balls has it. I really do.
I'm going to say crushing balls because crushing balls was one of my top 2 teams.
yes, same.
I agree. You guys, I really want to watch your game. I'm really glad that I play 7:30 so I can watch y'all's game from outside the
That's-
fence.
Also 6:30, Thick Kick Energy
Yeah.
versus Audio.
That's a
I
good
know
game.
that's gonna be such a good game.
They're really good, but their pitcher's suspect.
Yeah. I feel like he asked a question earlier.
I'm gonna give it to Thick Kick.
Yeah.
I really
Thick
have
Kick's
to.
probably was my favorite.
And I love
from
you
the
guys so
draft.
much.
Thick Kick was my favorite from the
My
draft.
birthday girl, and we're celebrating Mafulla's birthday this Monday, so
We've been celebrating it since July?
July 1st. But it's her actual
Since
birthday.
last
It's
year.
it's been 84 years.
Comment on the stream. Lisa said, "Love you, Lauren."
I love you, Lisa. Yeah, because I picked her to win. I think our game's gonna be really interesting.
So Moist Cakes and Billy Goats.
I gotta go.
We gotta go
Who
Cakes.
am I gonna? I'm not gonna pick against me. I always think I'm gonna win.
You guys missing anybody on Monday?
No.
Nah,
Our whole team, I already did my poll. Everybody's there, all 14, and I know they're missing people on Monday. So
Depends who they're missing.
Andrew Hicks.
Okay.
Andrew's gone.
So
Andrew
I will
doesn't
say
wanna
for
hurt
the Thick
himself.
Kick
Oh, he's gonna be.
audio
Andrew
stream,
ain't gonna let me. Ain't gonna.
I'm gonna
You
say
can't do that, Andrew.
Yeah,
Audio.
That's
Andrew
some
doesn't
rookie
have that.
I'm gonna say Adios, even including the fact that we're missing Ricky.
Ooh.
You're confident in your team, and I like
You
that.
gotta pick your team. I got.
Oh yeah. And then you
I want to
got-
watch that game. That's one game I'm truly hoping.
And then
they
it's
can
Run
watch.
the Jewels and better not be lame.
I mean, you gotta go run. Just
Run the jewels.
because, yeah. I would love to see the yellow team
I
come
think
back
I
next
think
year.
Noctur takes on AJ.
You know what? I'm siding with Ricky on that one. I think better
I
not
would-
be lame. This is gonna be their game.
I would
I
like
think
to
this is it.
see these new teams that come
I
in.
love you,
'cause
Rachel,
you never
amazing.
see them ever again. Like they'll do one season,
I'm
fail,
sorry.
never come back. I'd like to see these new teams stay for a year or two, get some,
Nah.
see how good they can
And-
get.
But
I
they're
think-
having a good time out there.
I
so
think
why
the
don't they
draft
have-
is a good way for them to start. Although it's still kind of rough because
It's
there's no other like newish teams.
No,
like
everybody-
every team has experience.
That was
so.
the one that
Had they
me
come
feel
in
confused.
for
But
the
you know what?
draft.
They're having fun. They're showing up at the bar.
And that's all you
so-
need to do. Like,
Yeah.
have fun, hang out with us. Like,
And
I
then next year, just be in the draft pool. Don't put a
Yeah.
team in and get to play with other people.
yeah.
So,
So then the weight's evenly distributed.
since
That's
we're here,
fine.
let's look at some scores from last week.
Oh, let's not.
Oh, hey, was that the game that I pitched against you guys? The 1-4-1.
4-1.
Okay.
It's not the worst one up there.
I
It's
watched
not
that
the
game.
worst one up there. AJ 3-10. Come on, boy.
I watched
What
that game,
happened?
and someone on this couch took balls in the face.
It wasn't me.
Well, me? When did I get hit? Oh! Oh, I'm getting called out by Ray. All right, well, I got one for you when we play y'all. If we play y'all.
We don't.
Yeah, and
play.
actually, yeah, you popped up to me.
Yeah, that was
And
rough.
I
Yes.
did a line drive back to me. I got a hand
Well,
on
I
it,
found
and
it in a
threw
different league this week for Friday. I found it a little bit. So
You
I'm
guys
fine.
That's good. Hey, I think that first round draft stock's
Well,
weighing a little heavy on his
overall,
shoulders.
look at those scores. We
Please.
really, in retrospect, it wasn't that bad of a
No.
burn. It could have been way
Both
worse.
weeks we've lost. We played, like I said, the top 2 to 3 teams.
Yeah.
Our defense, we've only allowed 4 runs each. Look at all the others was 8, 7, 10. We allowed 4.
Now, and
on the
I will say
best
this: like
teams.
when I initially saw your roster, I didn't have you guys in the top half.
Which
I
I'm
had you
lying.
guys.
I mean, I'm not big good.
Oh, I
I had you guys 6th.
Yes.
That's fine.
But your games have been good. Like you guys have not gotten blown out. You kept the score close, and you managed to at least put up some runs.
Yes.
in
Our
the remaining
defense
plays.
is strong. We have like a thing here or there happens, which is fine. Stuff happens.
Yeah.
Our offense, and I've said it from the beginning, I've said it to our team, so it's not like just calling anybody out. Our offense is our weak point, but we figure out it takes some time. You know, you gotta kind of get where the rotation
So
comes
we've
from the lineup, and
tinkered.
it goes.
I've got to shout out to my captain, the captain, Levy. Between
Who's
Levy,
injured?
Poor boy.
can you leave him alone? He's resting right now.
In fairness, he had the best play of the week last week, I think, when he threw that dude out from center field.
Oh yeah.
Somebody landed a ball in front of him in center field, and he threw him on at first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was sweet.
That was
But
a good
between Levy, Danny Morris, Mike, and myself, like, with us setting up like who's going where and like tinkering with the lineup, I think overall we've found a rhythm and
Yeah.
we're good with it.
It took 2 weeks to find like,
It-
okay, this
it
person
took
likes
2
this.
weeks,
This
but,
how
like,
this
I'm
person
glad we
plays.
found it. And I'm glad that like we all.
Yeah,
I don't
I was
wanna
like,
talk
that's
about
one
it.
thing that I love about draft is it gives captains a chance to like show what they can do because everyone on your roster you're not going to know about, and being able to put everything together on short notice, especially like in a format like this where everyone doesn't make that Final Four playoff.
Well, it's funny too
It's-
because
it's
like
a
a lot of our players, you know, like except for a few people, like have played together. Like again, like Levy and I have only merely scrimmaged together. I've played with Courtney Hutchins in another league for like 2 years now, so I knew her talent. That's why I wanted to take her. You and Genova have been playing together.
Danny as well.
Danny, like so, like we, like a lot of you guys already have field chemistry, and like a lot of us are figuring out their chemistry and trying to mesh us in with that.
Putting that lineup, like you said or just a minute ago, like that lineup is so hard. You're trying to get everybody to play. You're trying to get your new people in. You're trying to keep your best people in. You're trying to like let everybody get playing time. And I'm putting together the lineup last week in the back of an armored truck, getting bounced around, trying to put a lineup together. And I literally texted my captain for all my other teams I play for, Corey Gross, and I'm like, dude, this is so hard putting together a lineup where you feel like it's right. Everybody's in the right spot. Everybody's doing this. You're like, who's getting this inning? Who's getting this? It's hard. I mean, it is very
No,
mentally
and
hard.
I've had. There's been other drafts, more so prior to this and this draft. I think all the captains are pretty strong this draft, but
Mm-hmm.
there's some previous drafts where there were some captains that I think were not prepared for what all is involved. Like they just figured, oh, I'm just gonna come in and pick people,
Pick
and it's
team
just
and
gonna
go
work.
So that
Yeah.
I think so, and it's funny you say it because like I think that's what Levy thought we were gonna do. He's like, oh yeah, I'll just like pick some like top notch people and be good to go. I was like, that's not how it's gonna work, boy. Like we gotta.
Now,
So-
if
so I
you
think-
weren't making targeted picks through the at least like the 11th round,
Which we
you're already a step behind the other teams.
No, we
Even
were.
We had people highlighted, kind of picked out.
Yeah, we already had like our stuff. ready
Even
to
the
go.
in-game adjustments are interesting.
Yeah.
You see somebody, hey, that person's struggling in this position. Let's see how we can put someone next to
Yeah.
him with a lot of
Oh,
strength to
yeah.
cover that. Like those little things make a big difference over the course of a game.
Definitely.
So that's where we have a lot of benefit with Dewey and Corey because
Mm-hmm.
Corey captains everything.
So I will say this, just looking at the standings right now, Thick Kick Energy only giving up 2 runs this season.
Their offense is. I mean, they also look at them. They've scored. Is it PF or points for? I guess.
Points 4, points 6.
17 runs. I mean, look at that team and tell me they shouldn't score 17. But who have they played? I mean, I'm not trying to call anybody out. So, but they played the 7th ranked team.
Rick's looking at you.
Y'all played the next to worst team, not worst, but in the standings. And then y'all played. Who else did you play?
Billy Goats.
And you played Billy Goats. Both 0-2 teams.
Oh, should we troll
And
AJ
look at-
and
yeah.
tell him that his team's last? Right?
Yeah, they're.
Do
Look at those
we
runs.
wanna do
I'm sure he's aware.
Okay.
And if you look at us,
He's got it on his clipboard or
Yeah,
his
it's on
laptop
his
or one of his
laptop.
many devices.
What do you think he's doing right now, Keel?
I don't know if he's still watching the stream.
Probably not. He got upset.
Yeah.
And no, Matt, we cannot start over because you got home.
But if you look
Rewind
at
and watch from the beginning.
but look at the
Sorry.
standings there.
I was just
We
saying
have
nothing but
allowed
nice things
7.
about you.
We are in the same run allowed category as the top 4 essentially. Draft about.
That's alright, you guys are
And
gonna lose
if you
to,
look under us, it's
you're gonna
12.
lose to
18,
Billy Goats
24.
this week anyway. So.
Is that
Yeah.
what you think? Is that what you think?
I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
Hey,
our
don't,
kicking-
don't sleep on the Billy
I
Goats.
know.
They
Oh,
have,
no,
look,
I
there's some
know.
Andrew,
That's why
I'm
if
excited
Andrew's
about
out
that
there, Andrew's a first round pick. Same for Ryan Bass. He would go first round. They're 2 incredibly
Bass.
good,
I
2
love
incredibly
that
good
Bass
players, and they could. Both of them are game changing players. So
Oh, yeah.
that team is underrated. Like
And
they're-
don't,
you're
no,
gonna
you know,
change
you
your
know,
point
you,
differential
you know
this
what you're
week.
sleeping
Yeah.
on though, and you shouldn't because I didn't, and he was one of my favorite players that I've ever played with is Ricky Hodges at first. Ricky Hodges at
very good.
first pretty much makes every catch that's coming to him. Like, he had a rough game last week. but-
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the guy who played first against us.
Yeah.
He had
Nah, Rick-
He had a rough game.
Ricky's
but
also
overall-
another player that I think went a little lower than
He
should
he
have.
went way lower than he should.
Yeah, I've
have.
never played with him.
See, I played with him. He was on one of my winter league teams. He was on one of my tournament teams. I mean, he's an outstanding player.
See, yeah, he went in the 12th round. That's way.
Yeah, he
too
went
low.
way low. Yeah.
I wanted him.
Very, very.
I and I thought, yeah, I wanted Ricky.
All right, so here's our social standings, which is the other part of our league.
Oh yeah, we're doing the
Um,
dead last.
Oh yeah.
So this is obviously we didn't really have anything in week 1. So
Well,
week
we're
2
not
is
dead
where our
last.
points are. So
This isn't ranked.
4. Yeah, we're.
no, it's not by rank. This
Okay,
is
well then yeah, we're dead
yeah.
last. So I did put it out to my team. I was like, oh yeah, I completely forgot about our.
Hey, better not be lame, tied for first.
Yeah,
man.
man.
They're
There you
part.
go.
They're,
Man,
look,
they're partying
you
on
bring
the
out the
floor.
cowboy boots.
So
You better be a
They
party.
did field
Alright.
cleanup. They showed up at the bar 7+,
Mm-hmm.
and there was no bar game this week, but they took their team photo too. and
No,
posted it.
they're a fun
Hey,
group.
what
They're-
about Moist Cake? Slacking on the team photo?
So
and field cleanup?
this is what I told.
Hold on,
this is-
everybody get ready. This is where the excuses come in.
Yeah, this is it. I didn't want to take our team photo because we were missing Genova last week, and I didn't want to have a team photo without one of our best players.
week 1 though?
You can take it.
You don't know how to Photoshop?
No, I don't. Actually, I'm really bad at it. No, I didn't want to take one unless the whole team is there. I just couldn't do it.
All right.
I wanted
So,
to know.
kind of relating a little bit of what we talked about, there's another question here. Which brand new players are making an impact on your roster?
Aaron.
Aaron.
And Shannon's great. I love Shannon to death, but Aaron is just like, he is showing up and he is so willing to like learn and listen, and he's like grasping it. Like we've worked with him on like how he catches and all this stuff, and it's definitely Aaron on our team. And I can speak for Crushing Balls too, because it's Lauren Brink on their team.
They got one more as well.
So I would say
Yeah.
Adios, it's mostly veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although Darius Carr,
Darius Carr's been.
He's,
Oh my
he's
God.
been
Besides a
dinged
little
up.
gimpy leg,
he's been dinged up. He's actually, I guess we're gonna be missing maybe 2 players this week.
But he's solid. He's
He's
done
good.
a lot
He's-
for
he's-
y'all.
He's a
He's-
former running back.
Yeah.
He's athletic. He's probably the most athletic guy out there. No win, not hurt. But also
Yeah, you guys-
speaking for crushing balls, my boy in the outfield with the headband.
Oh,
My headband's
Austin,
twin, man.
yes.
Yeah, my.
Oh,
yo,
that's
you're
not Crushing
a
Balls,
little
that's
Ninja
not-
Turtle.
Yeah,
That's
my
not,
Ninja Turtle,
that's
bro.
not Crushing Balls,
That's not-
Michael. No,
Oh, I'm
that's
sorry.
Billy Goats.
Billy, yes, that's right. My fault.
So I
My bad.
haven't seen all the teams yet, so I can't safe for
Yeah,
everything,
so-
but yeah.
I don't know who on our team hasn't played before.
Yeah, you
If
guys
you're
don't.
talking
No,
about
you guys.
this
You,
league-
no, you don't have any new people. You
Okay.
have no new people.
Yeah, if you're talking about this
So-
league, it might be different. But if you're
Austin
talking
and
kickball
Nikki,
overall,
Austin and Nikki for Billy Goats is showing up. Austin is in
Austin's
their
really
outfield
good.
and he's just making
He's
plays.
really good.
Aaron is phenomenal on our team. You guys have no new people.
How
We're on the
Brilliant.
Jules.
Let the girls play.
Talbert Dunn.
I'm playing.
Talbert Dunn.
Talbert's new.
You know, being new and all was done phenomenal.
He is a new person out there, though. Good for
Crushing
him.
balls. It's going to Lauren Brink, and I might be a little bit biased, but like this girl's been sacrificing her body to catch everything that comes to her. And I didn't see that one coming. I really didn't. Like I wanted her on my team 'cause I know she's athletic. I knew she'd be able to kick and run. I was like, but like her defense is just mind blowing.
All right.
Absolutely.
What known player on your roster do you think was the steal for the rounds you drafted
Menzies.
them?
Menzies. Menzies in the 6th.
Oh yeah,
Just 'cause
Will,
he's
Will in the
so-
6th round.
I don't know how long he's played, but he's played forever, is what I've known.
And God, what a sweetheart too. And Devin. Oh, Devin. Devin was
we
a
got
sleeper.
Devin super duper late.
Yeah, we
She's-
got Devin
like
pretty
ours
late.
when a steal I would say besides playing really good is getting those veteran players that you just know are gonna be every week, show up and give you their best. And
Yeah,
that
I'd
was
rather have
steal.
consistency.
Like Menzies, I thought Menzies was gonna be like a 3rd round pick. I can't believe he went to the 6th.
Yeah. Because he's consistent. He always shows up for your team.
Everybody
Like,
knows
And
who
he's
he
been
is.
regularly pitching for you guys too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like getting a regular pitcher that late is
Awesome.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
for
I
us.
that's
couldn't believe
crazy.
he was
for
there.
us, it's CJ at 5.
Yeah, that
Oh
was.
my
Yeah, that
God,
was-
that shouldn't
oh,
have
you
happened.
guys
That
can't-
that was a
should
mad
not have
boy.
You guys
happened.
kidding?
CJ was a mad boy.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have
that.
happened.
That said,
There's
that's.
some respect on that.
But
person.
I mean, it's not like bad players are drafted. in
No,
front of
no,
him.
no, no, no.
No,
There's
no,
some
it's
Tatum.
not.
Tatum, we
You
all, I think we
definitely
all-
raised some eyebrows at a couple.
Consensus number 1 was Tatum. I think you can make an argument CJ because CJ would have been my number 1 going in. I love my boy.
I wanted to pick
So,
CJ number
so
1. He
good.
got picked before.
Mario, I think we all knew was gonna be a top 3. Tatum, probably 1 to 3. So
We knew Tatum was
now
gonna be a
Randall,
first-round pick.
Randall, I don't know Randall that well, so I can't speak on him. But
Nah,
he
Randall's
would not
solid
have been
pick.
my top 3.
Randall's great.
Just 'cause I don't know him. But
But I think Menzies and then Devin. We got a solid girl. She's phenomenal. And I think we. And you know what? I'm even gonna say it because like we got them pretty early on, but like I got that Julia Tanya combo like one after the other, and that
another
was
one.
great.
Yes.
Yeah,
Julia was I think a steal too. Like
Julia
going into
Namanova
7th,
was.
that's a steal of a girl
great-
because she is phenomenal.
She
in
should
right
have gone
field.
way higher up as far as females go.
I think we're the only team that's running a guy catcher. So having her in right field was very good for us to have.
Mm-hmm. But as far as leaders go, it's definitely Will, Devin, and Julia.
Getting her 7.
And congrats.
I gotta look back at this. I don't know everybody's wrong.
Yeah, look at the list now.
Darius, like, 'cause he was new. That's a good pick.
Well, I mean, we mentioned
so
earlier.
kicking grass
Ricky
got,
in the 12th round was later than he should
Now,
have.
Yeah.
Brian Moore.
Brian Moore should have
Brian.
gone higher, I think, and then
Mhm.
I think Sarah Shahan could have because she's a solid third baseman. That
That's-
girl's
that-
like a beast.
Oh, softball, dude. She's the best third baseman I've seen in a while.
Hey,
She's-
what pick did Chavez go?
Ricky 2nd round, back in the 2nd round.
Back in
Last
You
pick
You
in
know,
the second
actually,
round, right?
yeah, Ricky in the 2nd round, the number 14th pick.
Yeah, he could have.
Number 14 in the second? Yeah,
So,
so he
do
would
you
have went
think
earlier
Ricky's
in
a
the
number
second.
1? You think Ricky's the 1st round, or do you think he's like top end of the 2nd?
I think you guys did yours pretty evenly. I don't think you guys picked up any like late people that are like, oh god, I have to have them. Like I think yours was
I
like,
think
very.
y'all had the best draft.
I mean, I will say this.
You
I
were
think,
third,
I think
so-
some
Yeah,
teams
that's
No, them and
in their 2nd
Oh,
round
yes,
pick
they
pick
have
for
three.
position. So I mean that affects it too. So like if you're a set of captains and you don't have,
I think
you're
Ryan
not a
Keel
pitcher
should have
catcher,
gone higher up.
Yeah, get the team.
I probably
right.
should have gone higher than 8. But
Yes, you should.
I
agree
agree,
with that.
yeah.
Yes.
I think
After seeing your pitching and how you threw me
I
out,
think-
I,
yeah, I
I
know.
probably.
Plus having the
Actually,
commissioner on the
I'm
team.
the lowest drafted pitcher.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I think you should have gone higher
But-
up.
I guess having the commissioner.
Yeah,
on
with
team's
the-
good,
with
too.
them,
You
I
changed the
think-
rules last minute. Yeah.
With them, I definitely theirs was pretty even, except for Ricky. I think Ricky should have gone higher over
Ricky should have
anybody.
gone a lot higher.
Yeah, and then again,
It's-
ours is fine.
When you
yeah.
look back at it, you're like, how did I miss that person? Because you're just looking at a piece of
I
paper.
don't
Yeah,
understand
you're
how-
looking
And you're
to,
like,
yeah,
you're like,
some
oh,
of those
that
things.
person. Let's go with that person, and you don't realize on your next page is like, you know, this
Yeah.
person. Like that's why with Will, like we were going 5th, 6th round, and Levy asked me, he's like, who should we pick? And I looked at the thing, I was like,
Menzies.
Menzies hasn't been picked yet. So
Yeah.
we had it all scribbled out, and I was like, there it is, right there.
Yeah.
That's easy enough, and that's where he went. And we're
Yeah,
just-
no, I think for
Which
prior
super
for
they
prior
have Menzies, 'cause
Monday
one
night
freaking
drafts, I think Will has always gone in the top 2 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
I was surprised because
There's
I've
a
seen
lot of talent in this league right
Yeah.
now.
there is
No, it
there's
is.
a lot
Every
of talent.
team
The
has-
one thing throwing me off were again, there's a lot of players from other leagues that haven't played on Monday nights,
Mhm.
and I'm familiar with some of the names, but not all of them.
Mhm.
I'm not familiar with Andrew Hicks at all. None.
So
I've
Andrew-
never seen him play.
Very,
So this is his
And I
first
see the
time
name,
playing-
I'm like,
Very, very good.
who's this?
He plays
So-
with Prestige.
So, well, he plays a lot of other leagues. He's played for a lot of other leagues. He also plays travel. This is his first time playing Waka, which I'm really glad he is playing Waka.
All right, we got. Hold on, we got some more comments here. Julia says, "Y'all are making me blush."
Love you so much.
Mafalda says, "But our 7 pick was better."
Who's
I
that?
don't even know.
But Mafalda was your number 7 pick based on talent.
Oh yeah. Oh, she said, "No, it's Margaret."
So yes, you
It's
get
Margaret.
trolled right now.
Yeah, well, I think we had a little favoritism there.
Ugh.
A little favoritism.
Yeah.
But no, Margaret's not a bad player.
No,
No, not at all.
So this weekend I got a little heated at her, but that's okay.
Oh.
Little ball, knock out my hand action after the play. It's fine.
Ooh, some COVID
Oh,
questions
yeah.
here.
COVID questions.
You
All right.
I want to hit you.
COVID outlook for the rest of the season.
I think we'll be able to finish playing.
Whew,
If you
it's-
get it, stay home.
Please.
Oh yeah,
Other than
please.
that,
Like
yeah,
if
don't worry
you're
about it.
showing symptoms, stay home.
So
I think
we will see. I don't want to make too many predictions because the stuff's already chaotic enough having to adjust as new stuff comes out. I will say this. I saw the letter. This may affect our bar time more than
Our
the
play
field time.
which I'm fine with. I'll do it.
That's okay with me.
So
Yeah, we'll take
apparently
it apart
it is
and
on
leave
the
us alone.
table for at least Hampton Roads or Virginia Beach. Bars close at 11. Alcohol stops at 10.
Oh.
This world's going to hell.
Um, that's not
Everything
official
now
yet,
I'm
but apparently
upset.
that's on the table if
I
Wish for
they
close
could stay
to
course.
Stone.
Yeah.
I think it's going to work out fine.
I mean, if it just affects the bar, then fine. We'll just tailgate it in the parking lot. But
If you
no.
sneeze, you die. End of story.
Has anyone in the league gotten COVID-19 yet?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not going to mention names.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mention names, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's a real thing. We all know people that have it. Obviously, for some people, they're test positive,
But
they're
they've been
sick for a
testing
little bit,
positive,
good
and
to
they've
go.
been very good with taking the necessary
And
steps
there,
to
there are
stay away
other
from
people
everybody.
who their recovery time's slower. They're missing multiple weeks. So, look,
That
try
was
to
a-
be as safe as we can. It's a real thing.
I know we're
you know?
speaking on, but that was a big part of this thing too. Was how many weeks are you going to show up? When you were drafting people,
Yeah.
that was one thing. How many games am I getting out of this person? So that was drafted.
I still
thought why a
wanted
lot of
Becca.
people
I knew
fell.
we were only
That's
going
why
to get 3 out
Nocta
of
fell.
Becca.
'Cause we all didn't know what the deal was. We all
I
heard
still wanted
one.
Becca though.
Yeah, Becca, but
But I still wanted
sadly, hopefully good recovery
I
to
know.
her if she's
Hoping you-
watching.
Probably
she
not.
watches, unfortunately.
So, Becca, good
Probably
recovery.
sleeping.
We miss you.
Yeah,
Hopefully, hope all for you, well for you.
Yeah, but no, I would have taken her even though I knew her for
Yeah.
3 weeks. She's a talented female. But
All right. This is more a statement than a question, but neon green and yellow look the same color on the field.
yes,
does.
they
It's
do.
just
Oh my
highlight
god,
green.
it's so
Imagine
pretty.
highlighter.
Week 1, I already reached out to Brandon like, look, we gotta swap the colors up because they look. I personally like the neon green more than the yellow.
Yeah, I do too. No offense.
Although I do miss the old gold color,
No.
but apparently it wasn't a popular color.
Vegas yellow or gold?
No,
That's
no,
our first-
it was gold. It's
That's
like
gold, actually,
well,
gold.
I'm a Steeler fan, Penguins fan,
Oh.
so it's like kind of that gold.
Now
color.
I understand the poor taste.
Hey, look, the best football franchise ever. What are you talking about?
That's adorable.
I'm sorry, I live in New England. I can't hear you.
Oh, wait,
6.
who got 6 Super Bowls first? Oh, the Steelers.
Oh, how
And
many decades did it
when
take
is
you?
when is New England gonna win their next Super Bowl?
When's Pittsburgh gonna win their next
Yeah.
Super
You guys don't even have a future.
Oh.
No, yeah, no, they do.
We
look
do
the
need
same
another
look.
quarterback
Yeah.
soon, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a running back.
Bowl? No, stick with Mason Rudolph.
keep that going.
You got-
Yeah, I
Ride that
like
train.
Doc Hodges. Yeah.
Ride that
No,
train.
no, not Hodges.
Hey, Lisa, shout out. Penguins are terrible.
Yes, thank God.
It's like when
Oh,
they won the
sorry,
Stanley
the
Cup
Eagles.
again this year.
Oh,
She's
right.
not even, I thought she's a fly. Lisa's a flyer.
Lisa's
star.
Flyers.
No, she wears a Penguins headband everywhere she goes.
I thought she wore Eagles.
Wait,
She's
who's a
definitely
Penguins
Eagles.
fan?
She's an Eagles fan. Lisa.
I
Oh.
thought
She's
Lisa
a
was
Penguins
Flyers.
fan.
I would have been.
No,
more
she's
Lisa
a
was
Penguins.
Flyers. Lisa, leave a comment on his phone, please. Let us
Penguins.
know what you are.
No, because she roots for Philadelphia Flyers.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
not Flyers for the Eagles.
Yeah,
For
Philly
football.
Eagles.
You're gonna be. This will be fun when you're wrong.
Okay. Well, we'll see in a minute.
Okay.
Lisa, comment.
Wait,
on it,
like our
please.
Lisa?
Yeah.
Not Lisa. Lisa.
Lisa.
So, Lisa, you need to comment whether you're a Flyers
I'm about to
or
message
a Penguins fan.
Yeah, well, I know she's a Eagles fan 'cause she's got like the head things. I've been in her car enough.
She wears the headband with a Penguins thing on it every week.
But yeah, the colors,
You have not noticed it?
highlighters.
They're so eerily similar, so it's like hard
Highlighters.
and it's so bright. Like when you're watching them on the field.
The best color, in my opinion, to always go for is the baby blue. Baby blue is like the prettiest color out there.
You're just saying that because that's the color we picked.
No, because we wore it in a different league, and that is the best color. That UNC blue.
You know what though? You know this color I really do like a lot is Mafalda and McNulty's. I love that teal color. That's so pretty.
I'm pumped to wear white just because it's so hot.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Well, that's
The
that's
jersey's
where,
gonna
that's
be
where
ruined.
dudes go to is like white shirts
Yeah.
and stuff.
I'll
But
deal with it.
The shirt's gonna be ruined, so this one I said, all right, no sleeves. This shirt's gonna be
My
trash.
team in a
anyway.
Friday night league wore
I
all
think-
black, and I think we're trolling ourselves, but it's fine though. We'll play
we're talking
through it.
about Walkaboo.
I know I'm saying it differently. We
We're
wore
gonna
black,
talk
and it was a
about
bad mistake.
We're talking about Waka. No, I think Adios has the best color out there. I do. I love that teal color.
It's
And all your new colors went this season, right? Like all the new
yeah,
colors
which
you
was
got?
awesome.
Yeah.
I get so tired of like both grays being picked and all three blues being picked, and you look out there and it's like,
All blues. and
come on, someone pick a red or a green, like anything different. Like,
I will.
seriously.
Yeah, no. Adios has like my favorite color. I love that teal color you guys got.
I think my fault is upset though,
What?
because she didn't get orange.
Oh, she did not get orange. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Matt and Lise took it, and orange is her favorite color.
Sign up
But
faster.
but it
Yeah.
works.
I do like the neon orange though.
I
Yes.
love the
Yes.
orange, and I
The
love that they
traffic
did crush and
cones.
balls with it.
Yeah.
Because did you
The
see what they handed
traffic-
out at the draft? Like their little crush.
Orange
Crush
crushes.
crushes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
actually-
brilliant.
that
That
was
was
You know what?
great.
Let me flip over to here. I did up some little things here.
Little things.
Yes. Oh,
I didn't send you those pictures.
Here we go. Here we go.
Pretty Ricky.
All right.
Pretty Ricky.
So I made these little news things here. So I didn't even know who Run the Jewels was, but they are a band. So I had to just Google search that shit. But,
Oh, they're an actual thing?
yeah.
Huh.
So I used to do these for the
I'm calling
blog
it.
a long
You know
time
what that
around.
actually.
This is from week 1 where Adios beat Jules 14-5.
That was beautiful, by the way.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Place the
Beautiful.
defense, guys. My goodness.
Well,
And then
Hey, Jay.
this is also week 1.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Apparently there's a Crush orange cake, so I was able to kind of get that little tie in
I'm
there.
not
3-1
gonna-
with those cakes.
Tough game. That was a tight lead. That was 1-1, I think, through the whole
And
game
I
until
also
the
it's like
last
the
game.
team names are hard to come up with like pun type things for.
Moist cakes? I mean, come on.
Moist
that's
Cakes thought
written.
they had the recipe, but Crush comes out of the oven.
Ha.
I have a picture of a Crush cake, so.
Dang. Calm us out.
Um,
You're hurting feelings.
Oh.
Did I do something funny?
Yeah, you're still
Kicking Grass 5, Billy Goats 2.
Yeah, and you're still dating it.
Snap.
That's something right there to say. Like,
Oh my
for
god.
Billy Goats.
So, no, you know what you need to say for Billy Goats, though? They have the best chant in the league, and if you guys haven't heard it yet, it's so. Did you guys hear it?
No.
Oh, so Bill's one job was to do it, so they went Billy Goats. Bah.
What was that
We got a collection here on favorite color.
Uh-oh.
Dewey asked, I thought Mafalda's favorite color was yellow.
No.
Oh yeah, she loves yellow M&Ms.
Yeah.
Oh. Ha.
Inside joke.
But speaking on that game, like that tells you how good Billy Goats is.
No,
Underrated
that
Billy Goats.
actually that 5-2 score was
I
the
was-
first one I meant like, who's on Billy Goats?
Yeah,
So
that's
I
yeah,
refed
that
that
tells you a
game,
lot
and
about
that was a really fun game to watch. Like to just be there for.
Thick kick.
Thick
yeah.
kick energy over lane, 10-1.
I
Ooh.
ref that game. I watched
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you can't find good Google images for lanes, so like I just make
What's with
mistakes.
her leg? My
That's
God.
Chun Li.
Yeah.
I know, it's just like the leg looks good.
That's her.
Alright, and then
Next
Adios, mother
week,
lovers.
Again, another close game. We just offensively just couldn't figure it out.
and I found this. So yes, Mafalda, I'm making fun of you for naming our team after a $1 Applebee's special.
Yo, those $1 Applebee's specials are legit, though.
They're margaritas.
How many times have we had to be pulled out of
No,
that?
so when like after the draft,
That's not a
we
fair
were all
question.
at
Yeah,
we were all
everywhere.
at Bucketheads for a while, and then a few of us went to Ballyhoo's, and her
That's the
and
doctor, the full
T,
money
like
out of my mom.
McNulty, who are the team captains for Adios MF, they went and got or they got the drink, and they got a bit toasted on those.
Crushing balls, 10-3 over
Jules
Jules.
getting hit double digit runs
Oh,
again.
yeah,
Figure that defense out.
they got to.
You're
I
getting
love-
more runs
So
than us.
actually,
Yeah.
after this game, true story, captain change up for Run the Jewels.
Who
So AJ's now the co-captain,
Oh.
and Rachel's the captain.
Dang, the manager
Oh.
changed mid-season? Oh, has that happened before? That
Actually,
actual
actually
firing?
hasn't.
And,
Yeah,
we had a manager change mid-season.
There's a little descent amongst the ranks.
Well, yeah, because he wants to just Yeah, because you know what's gonna happen is Aiden wants to be like, yeah, I was just co-captain to the losing team. I wasn't the actual captain to the losing team.
Ooh. Failing
I was just
already?
the co-captain.
Shots fired.
Already jumping shit, bro.
And then I'm trolling Kicking Grass here a little bit.
I'm not
So
doing
apparently there was a grass landscaping company called Kicking Grass in the
So it's
757.
funny. So Bill Howard always names his team Kicking Mess.
Yeah.
Because, you know, physics and all that stuff. So I laughed when they ended up going with Kicking Grass.
Yeah, that's
Phil Howard, great last name. Got something going on for him there.
Rick Howard.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that.
And
Lame,
then,
I hope y'all can figure it out. Here we go.
Yes.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
have you seen that video?
Yes, I watched the whole
Great
video.
Hey, I hope that video doesn't come true. Because that goat comes back and gets that guy.
Now, even though goats, that first game was close. Thick Kick is just that much better
No,
than
it's
probably
pretty
everybody
good.
else out there.
And I will tell you, that was one of the games I was really excited to watch. Not because like of talent wise, which it was a really fun game too. Ref that, but it was funny because it's Corey Gross versus Caitlin Gross. So it was husband and wife, and I thought that was really funny. I was like, who's sleeping on the couch tonight?
Corey had a
Caitlin
good.
or Corey?
Corey had a good line.
Yeah, so this video, I mean,
You said
obviously
loser
this
gets
video
laid.
looks bad. So like this goat, if you search for this, like, if you search for like rampaging goat, like this goat was like
Heck,
going around like headbutting anybody and everything, like motorcycles and
Yep.
dirt bikes and people.
Have you seen the video
Yeah.
where like the monkeys in like the little like village and pulling kids and off the
No.
motorcycle? Yeah,
He's-
there's monkeys there
No,
too. It's fun.
yeah, that was a game I was just eager to watch because I was like, ooh, husband versus wife, let's go. But I was really happy that Caitlin decided to captain instead of, you know.
staying with
Yes.
Corey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was very happy. Like, I'm super excited
Okay,
that
so
she
this
branched out.
this question was asked by a rookie. I hear about new, and it was in quote rules. What were the old ones?
Basically, no male bunt line, right?
Yeah, so guys their kicks didn't have to stop moving after the
Which-
first third, so they could just bunt anywhere.
I'm indifferent on that because I like the no bunt line, but
Agreed.
man, when you're playing
It
like,
makes it
like
easier.
he's my boy, so but Mario, like that bunt line is so needed there on Mario because if he leaves it 7 feet up the third baseline or you do it as well, you can't throw them out. You just can't. It's just eat it and go.
And I
So-
think the big thing here, so I think it accomplishes a couple goals. One, it kind of evens the playing field for guys and girls a little bit.
Definitely.
So, because typically what you see with girls, everybody crowds in.
Yep.
As soon as a girl comes up, unless you know it's a girl that can boot it,
Yes.
everyone crowds in. So girls like always have dealt with a shorter field area to kick
Yes.
into.
Yep.
And so this just kind of makes it guys having the further out area and girls more in the inner area.
Yep.
So I think it helps out a little bit there.
I also like it
Also,
What other news did you have?
for speedy people, like you could have a horrible bunt, and if you were fast and you tapped it like 7 or 8 feet, you get on
You're
base
done.
every single time.
It's a bunt game with no bunt line. It's just
Cough,
bunt,
cough,
bunt, bunt, bunt,
Danny.
bunt,
Well, what are
bunt.
you doing over there?
Cough,
So,
cough, right,
I-
cough, cough.
and
Mario,
people are like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
and there was a lot
I'm
of
okay with that rule.
there was a
Like,
lot
I
of
literally
there were a lot of
just, like,
people
thought
really
of 5 of you
upset,
instantly
like,
in my head.
oh, this is ruining bunting. Like, you can still bunt as a guy.
Yes.
I do.
You just have to do it
Oh, yeah,
better.
you have a
You
great
got to
bunt.
do it better.
Yes.
The thing I like most about that rule change is I don't have to spend the whole game yelling encroachment when Mario's catching.
No.
Yeah, just hop on my back next time.
Yell it
Yeah, that's
anyways.
alright.
Yell it anyways.
Oh, I am.
But
Forever Mario encroaching.
How am I touching the ball and he's standing in front of me as a catcher? Like, I don't understand.
The one thing it's frustrating about that rule is because it happens a lot to our team, and I could probably recall 10 times it's happened. Is how many times we have left the ball this
For
far
sure, yeah.
from the
Yeah.
line, and it's just like, good lord. I mean, it's been at least 10 times.
Thick grass at Bayville week 1 did not.
No.
In
We
fairness,
got so excited last week when it was like cut, and I was like, oh, thank God.
I do like that this league has 4 strikes because like with the bunt line in other leagues and only 2 strikes,
Yeah.
it's hard
That's a
because you're trying to put the bunt past that
Yeah.
line and you only have in no fouls. You have 2 opportunities.
Swing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's painful. So having 4 now we have what 3 strikes,
You
3
get
fouls.
3 strikes, 3 fouls, 4 balls.
That's so many.
It's aggressive.
Yeah.
It's aggressive to have that many.
Also,
I like that,
the one thing, this has been
I
like
would
for a
vote
while,
for
I think it's been like this the whole time. I personally do not like the time limit thing. I like playing the full innings. I don't like the cutting the game short. I get
Yeah.
why it's
Yeah, but
there.
you have to do
I
get why
it.
it's
with
there,
So,
but I just don't like
There's
that.
a lot of pluses and minuses. So there's another league
Mhm.
who plays the 7 innings, but they're also on a time limit. But their time limit's 45 minutes.
Mhm.
But you come up and you get
two
more
two
plate
pitches.
appearances, but you have less pitches
Yeah.
that you ever see.
3 balls, 2
Yeah.
strikes.
Yeah. So it's a trade-off. I mean, we try to get the full hour of play, and I mean, as far as I know, there's no kickball league in the area that plays more than an hour time slot.
No, there's not.
But I will also say this: they're not so much. I haven't seen so much during draft, but like during spring and fall, there's always been a couple teams that every single game they play is like 5 innings max.
Because everyone wants to argue call.
Because, well, it's not so much, sometimes arguing, but it's just they take their time, like they're very slow, like there's this delay between pitches, even like in the same batter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's other teams that like, they'll play 6+ innings every single week.
Yeah,
depending
because they
on who
don't
play,
stop.
yeah.
They're just like, go, 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 go.
See, those other teams weren't beat as children. You remember playing baseball growing up, and you didn't hustle on the field?
Oh.
Yeah, right.
So let's see, other...
Rick's bringing up his trauma. Let us
other old rules, so 11, we went from 11 players to 10 on the field.
I like that.
I love that.
It opens up some space.
Yeah.
So,
man,
under the old rules in Waka, like, if you were a really good team, there's a chance you go an entire season, if you're a good defense, you give up, like, literally 1 or 2 runs.
Yes. I mean, 4 outfielders at that point.
Yeah.
Where you gotta kick it over people at that
Yeah.
point. Like, that's hard. Because you can still have that shallow field and left, and it's just.
Yeah. So yeah, it's and just looking from 2018 to 2019, we swapped the new rules. Offense went up,
Yes.
which I think everybody likes offense. Like,
Yes, of course.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I love playing. Like, some of the most fun games I've ever played were like those games tied to the last inning, 2-1 win, 3-2 win. Like, I love those games.
Most competitive, most fun. Yeah.
But yeah, at the same time, like in general, people love to kick. They love to score. You know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
More at bats, all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In the words of Tom Glavine and Greg Maddox, chicks dig the long ball. That might be the best commercial ever.
What game do you think has been or will be the most intense due to the opposing players?
Oh!
Thick kick and crushing balls whenever that happens.
Oh,
so?
why? Me and Mario yelling at each other?
Pretty much it.
Yeah. Fair.
That's just that's two really good teams. They both know they're like 1 to 3, and there's a lot of people that play against each other. People that know each other, and they want to beat each other.
No.
There's gonna be a lot of.
I already said
competition.
mine, which was, watching, Caitlin versus Corey, but I think
Mhm.
the other game is going to be y'all versus Mafalda's team.
Also, the team I'm really excited to play is the
Big
team we
kick.
play Monday.
Big
Well,
kick
I would
versus
love to
Mafalda.
play them, but is the Billy Goats because Andrew, that's my boy. I want to beat him. Anytime I play against him, my goal is to beat him.
I
So-
finally get to play against Bass. I've known Bass for 15 years, so I finally get to play against him. Like I played against him in a few other leagues, but nothing
Mhm.
as competitive. So I'm excited to play against Bass
They're
on Monday.
they're interesting as a team because Bass and Andrew can both pitch and both
flip out,
charge.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
And it's like,
they're
how do you
dual.
manage that?
And they got Tom Patrick on that team too, and you shouldn't sleep on that.
Yeah, they have a very solid squad. They have a
They do.
very, very solid
So
squad.
I'm excited for our game, but I think overall the game I'm most excited to see is gonna be crushing balls and thick kick or Adios and thick kick. I think those are gonna be really tight games and really exciting games to watch.
Also, the
I think there's gonna be really big plays.
I think the more fun part of the adios game with us, with the crushing balls,
Mhm.
is Mario and CJ yelling at each other.
Oh yeah, oh my, yeah, because they argue like a married couple. They literally argue like an old
that's
married
the
couple.
game I want to know who has to sleep
Those
on the
two.
couch.
Yeah.
Well, I still have the video of CJ doing the dirty dancing with Mario on my phone.
Yeah, loser gets
Like,
to
they're
get
like,
their
they,
dance.
like,
Could you
they have,
imagine?
like,
Wait, did you not post it in the Facebook group?
Could we
I
imagine
haven't yet.
Mario's
I
little self
can.
holding up
Do it.
CJ? Could we imagine that?
I mean, I can
I'm
I
Yeah,
think
they
the
didn't see
loser
this.
has to get the held.
Post that.
So.
That's a perfect thing to post in the Facebook group.
I'll post it. We're done.
So
Yeah.
entertaining content coming to the Facebook group soon.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
That was a night.
That was, but those two have those funny chemistry.
By the
So
way,
watching them play against each
Did
other.
Lisa
is
ever
great.
comment what team? She
No,
was a fan
probably
of?
not.
No.
She's a
Lisa,
heathen.
boo.
Boo, Lisa. I'm kidding. I love you so much. That's my shenanigans sister. No, those were just fun games. I think those are gonna be such da 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 plays.
Yeah, energy.
It's
Oh,
two
yeah.
really, really good teams. Yeah.
Alright, so last question that was submitted. Do you think overall your team has worked well together?
Yes.
Defensively, yes. Offensively, working on it, but I think we figured it out.
But as a whole, I think we're a good
Oh.
fit for one
Mhm.
another. I love my
Mhm.
team. I love
Mhm.
everybody that we
Absolutely.
have. I think everybody gets along really well. I think everybody plays really well together. We all listen to one another. I love everybody.
It's nice having like 3 voices because our team, we have a bunch of new people, but most of our
We
teams
have
play
2
together.
new people. We
And
don't
it's
have a bunch. We
nice
have
having on the field. You have like a leader here, a leader there, and then you have like the captains who are leaders of getting everybody on the field. So having that mix of like the on-field leader and the off-field leader is very nice.
We've got consistent players that show up.
Mhm.
They listen. They learn. They all get along with each other. We all have a fun time together. Like, and win or lose, like I think I'm very happy with who I draft. Like who
Yeah.
Levy and I drafted.
It's
overall.
just funnier regardless of what happens.
Oh yeah, like we've had a good time. Like we get out there. And we
Lisa
play.
answered Penguins.
Oh, boo!
Yeah, but she's an Eagles fan though for
Yeah.
football.
Yeah,
so
that's weird. You're trading cities there. That's odd.
Weird. Odd flex, but okay.
Don't let him judge you, Lisa. The Penguins
I
are
won't.
awesome.
No, they're not.
Hey,
They have the only female player in
Has
the
Crosby
NHL.
been playing this year?
oh. Hey, he's only the best player in the NHL. So
When he's
anymore.
in, when he's
Not
in the
anymore.
NHL.
You mean after he breaks
Not
his
after the
pinky?
last like 3 years, but
Oh, yeah.
every time he plays Connor McDavid,
since Connor McDavid
top line
came
against
in,
top line.
Since
Crosby
Connor,
wins.
but that's
So,
whole team versus whole team. Don't be
That-
mad at Connor
look,
because the Oilers are.
Don't get me wrong. Connor's an awesome player. The only reason Crosby's staying ahead of him right now is experience.
McJesus, yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah, and his
get Connor
second line
McDavid
takes a
another
ton of
few
pressure off
years,
Oh, yeah.
When you have Malkin on your team,
Yeah.
who's a top 10,
He's your number 2.
and you're like, I'm the best player in the world.
And
And
then
this guy's
actually-
the 5th best player in the world.
And I will say this as a Penguins fan.
Well,
Like
respect
there are
that.
times like when Malkin plays and you see him play and you're like, he is the best player in the world.
Yes.
Agreed.
That said,
But-
Crosby's like consistently good. He's probably the hardest working player I know.
Yeah, the thing with Malkin, but you only see it when Crosby's out is where he's like the best player. Is when Crosby's there, it's a Crosby's team.
Well, part of it,
They play
Malkin,
differently.
yeah.
well,
Yeah,
it's
they
part of
play
it. One
different,
thing
yeah.
when Crosby's there, he gets a steady helping of Letang on the back end,
Yes.
which helps a lot. Whereas like last year, everyone's like, oh, Malkin was doing so much better this year. Like last year, Malkin had Jack Johnson, who I'm a huge Penguins fan, but I did not like Jack Johnson.
The other team that always shocks
He's an
me
anchor,
because
but
the other team that shocks me, I don't like them by any means, but the Maple Leafs, they have like the most talent I've
They have
ever
And
seen
they
on
flop
Yes,
every
studs.
season.
every
They have
single year.
studs.
actually,
Most
I will say
talent.
this: that applies to most of the Canadian NHL teams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have won 20 plus 30 years or something like that.
Are you happy with your team? The
Yeah,
Kick?
our team's awesome. Our team's easy, just kind of stress-free. We know the person behind you is going to do their job, so you're not worried about
But are
anything.
you like excited? Because like this is your first time playing with like a few of these people, right? Like actually like on a team together.
No, I've played with CJ in the past. Nick and I played on Hurting Feelings together.
But like Dewey and Corey, who are your captains.
We've screwed around like.
I know, like we
Oh.
scrimmage. What is
Stupid.
Kaylin, get your mans. No, but like
She filmed.
no, but like overall, like, cause I know like it's the same thing with me and Lady. Like we've scrimmaged together, but like playing on like an actual team.
Yeah, I like playing with.
Like, we were
Yeah.
all joking. When,
I was eager to see how you do
When-
with Corey.
we were all joking.
Like, because I knew you would. Like, I knew he would put you like where
Well,
you need
Corey,
to go.
him and I talked about it before the draft, and that's actually why they drafted me. Corey was like, I know that you'll play where the team needs you to play.
And I love that.
That was the thing that we were all joking about your team is you had CJ, you, Corey. It's like y'all just gonna take every charger so nobody else has a charger.
Which isn't a bad strategy.
No, but it's also where can you put everybody? But when you have him, who's a team player, CJ's easily the best charger
Also a
out
team
there.
player.
Corey, it knows he could play, he could clipboard. It's fine. He can do what he wants. Very cool.
Corey is one of those diverse players that can do outfield, can do charger, can
Probably throw him a little pitcher too. He's
throw
got a good arm.
him at pitcher, and you can put him at catcher too. Honestly, because he swaps Mickey a lot, and like he's just a consistently versatile, diverse player.
Mhm.
So I was really excited to see what your team would do. And then I haven't been disappointed because I watched your game against
Who-
Billy Goats because I repped it, and that was my first time like getting to watch you guys play.
I don't know if we
Yeah.
talked about this yet. Who's the best pitcher charger combo in the league? Not catcher, charger. Pitcher, catcher.
Ours.
Or pitcher, charger.
Ours.
What?
Pitcher, charger. And I would say Kevin Stocks and Mario.
That's very good.
Yeah.
I like Nick and CJ.
But kicking off Kevin is the hardest thing you can do. And I felt bad because our first week was against Kevin. We had 2 new players. I told them it gets easier from here. Because knowing Kevin, I was like, this is going to be hard for them. And it was.
I think.
And we got 1 run off Kevin. I think it was off Kevin. And it's just like, well, we got that one. I guess we can take it.
Yeah, I think you're sleeping on Andrew and Bass though.
Andrew Bass are probably the 3-4 combo right in there. I think that's
I
very
think you're
good.
sleeping on that. I think that's a great combo.
What about Davin pitching, AJ charging?
That's gross.
That's dirty. That's
very
just.
dirty. That's
Which is
just-
not the way you normally expect that
No,
to
I
go.
flipped
No.
that.
But however,
I
what?
think about that the other way.
You-
I think Davin's, AJ's a good charger, but I think Davin's a better charger.
He usually is charging for them.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah,
seen AJ
I've
charge
never-
with them.
yeah.
Have you seen Davin pitch?
I have not.
Never,
No.
never.
No, I've never
I
seen
mean, he
it.
plays football. I've been out there with football for, so he's probably could do it very well.
I think
I didn't know Davin was
I'm
as
not
good
mad
as
at
he
their
was, though.
infield. I think their outfield needs work.
Ooh.
I mean, when you allow 14 runs, it ain't all in.
Oh.
It is what it is.
Well, no, like when we went and played Run the Jewels, like when I was talking to Ryan Ball, like, look, their triangle's strong, but I think that's the weakness is outside of the triangle. Like,
Yep.
so
the second you get it out of that, you're fine.
we pretty much didn't kick to their triangle.
Yeah. That was
Same
when,
strategy.
And they swapped
And
up they broke up their triangle part with you the game to try to compensate for it. But
Yeah. which is
And
key as well.
it's hard to
Pull
watch
work.
though because like I've seen like the players they have which are really talented, but they're not performing like I thought they would. I really thought Run the Jewels was gonna be like a
Top of
threat, and
Oh my
They
god.
have-
Okay, AJ's gonna shoot all.
I know it's just gonna come to my house and beat me.
But
I love
they
you
took a
guys.
chance on some people that like none of us have ever seen before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But that's from AJ's. AJ probably knew him. I mean, I'm not calling out AJ on that one, obviously, but like you know people. Like we knew Corey Wyan. He was a very good pick for us late in the round. He was a steal.
AJ, so AJ
Levy's
got
the only
shook.
person that knew him.
AJ got shook because his original first pick was going to be Schmidt, and it got taken. So I think that rattled him a little bit. He wanted Schmidt.
No.
Schmidt
No.
went second. Schmidt went
No,
second round.
Schmidt went in the second round.
I know, but
His
I'm saying,
first pick was Davin.
yeah, but then he wanted
His first
Schmidt.
pick was Davin.
well, he
wanted
wants
to-
Mario.
Oh yeah, he wants Mario over like
No.
That's his
more
Kirby.
than just kickball.
That's his
So
little
I'll
thing.
say this: I think a lot of the captains this season were challenged because in past drafts we've had captains that didn't draft too well. Like
Yeah,
they just
last
didn't
year's
have
draft
a
was
lot of knowledge about
very-
players and stuff like that. So I think some captains went in this season thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna my first 5 picks are gonna be awesome players," and then first 2 rounds go by and it's like, "Oh shit!"
They're all gone. They're all gone.
Yeah, it's like
I just
who do I
think-
pick now?
I think the talent pool was so deep this year that like it was like there's so much good talent on
Yeah.
each team.
No, every team you look at, the first 6 rounds are obviously the best 6 players, and it's on every team. There's
Yeah.
no weakness on the top
There's
end
no,
of any team.
there's not.
Yeah, the high end talent in the first 2-3 rounds was pretty insane.
Yeah.
You look at some of the kids
I
that
don't think
played
that there's
with
a team that doesn't have
There's some good.
a good amount of talent. There's not. There's really not. Especially since they're not really gotten out there.
Yeah, you got any more questions? Anything off the top of the head?
No. Anything you guys want to talk about?
I've already asked the plenty of questions, so somebody else can do it.
Let's see.
Are you happy with?
First-timers.
I have one. Are you happy with the team you got drafted for?
Actually, yeah.
Of course.
So no, like as
Yeah.
I'm reading out the draft, names and stuff like that, I'm looking at the teams form. At certain points, I'm like, okay, I don't want to be on that team. I don't want to be on that team. Like,
Yeah.
okay, these are the 3 teams I want to be on.
Who were your 3 teams you wanted to be on?
At the point I was drafted, crushing balls, thick kick, or adios.
Top 3, yeah.
Yeah,
of
top
course.
3.
Which is, of course, yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
No, that's.
Those
Those are 3.
Those
Those
all
are the
great.
3 teams that are separate. I want to see more from Bree and Phil's team.
But I mean,
watched
going back to the
either of
motivation
those.
thing,
I watched
mean,
the first game and it's so much fun to watch.
yeah, I would have liked to have been drafted on either one of those teams, but now I got to make sure those teams lose.
Yep.
Because hey, you passed on me,
Yeah,
so.
Rick. Peace out.
I wish you the best of luck.
No,
Hey, look, I put it out there. I said even though we're going to be down players, I think we're still going to be thick kid.
I'm gonna. Hopefully, I'll get there and be able to watch that game.
I'm excited for that. That's gonna be such a.
Don't get me wrong. I think it's going to be a very tight, close game.
It's gonna be a very
Yeah.
close game, but I'm really excited to watch
Who's
it.
y'all's pitcher?
Nick.
Nick, and then y'all's
Schmidt.
pitcher is
Ryan.
I'll be pitching at least someone.
you and
probably.
Ryan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'll be fun.
That's gonna be a really good game to watch.
Yeah. Sadly,
I'm
no
very
Ricky
excited.
for you and no.
Just if
Gary
you could do me a
for
favor when you come to kick, just kick a line drive to me.
Kick, yeah, and he'll have to be on his knees and stuff.
Hey, I'm a lot faster than him. You're not getting me on that one.
Ooh!
Look,
I will burn you.
you think?
Burn
You
you.
thought. You thought.
Don't fuck with him. He's gonna be like, let's go reach right now.
Dude, I'll go out the street.
Mailbox
I'll go out the
back.
street.
Mailbox
Vans,
and back.
look, Vans and all. I'll bust that ass.
Oh, come on.
Mailbox and bag, boy.
Alright, so we're going with games for next week. For social this coming week, Cornhole's our bar game.
Oh, you guys are smoked.
So your opening round opponent in Cornhole is going to be whoever you play on the field.
Can we have people who...
Hey,
Oh,
Dewey,
that's
Dewey,
easy.
just put this out
Yeah,
there.
people who
I
don't
need to
play
be your
play with
cornhole
us.
player if you want to win this.
Do we have like friends
Easy
come
money.
in who don't play?
It's gotta
No,
be a team.
no,
Because
but
I
they
want
got,
my
no,
friend Matt,
Mike,
who's a monster.
Mike, we're not gonna win anyways because they got Andrew Hicks on the team.
Oh yeah, Andrew's a whole cheat code.
He's a Chico.
Yeah, I need
Hey,
Matt.
Oh, you got
text
CJ.
me.
You got CJ.
Text Levy and ask him what I did on
CJ.
Saturday playing cornhole.
And then
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah.
the social challenge is face mask photo.
Yeah, we already know that. We put it out there. We put it out there. My team knows it. They good.
And I'm still working on. So I mean, for the social winner, it's just kind of been a thing. Like oh hey, you won the social season, not a big deal. So I don't want to promise too much because I hate promising unless I can 100% deliver. But knowing John, and we're working together on this at Bucketheads. So the plan, we're gonna try to. For the longest time, the Waka Bomb's been like kind of our special drink. But
Fix it.
It's a lot dated.
You're gonna name it
It's
after
It's
the
like a
team?
decade old. So
Oh, that'd be cool.
what we're gonna come up with like a Waka bucket,
Oh, I got
and
excited. I
the
was
color of the bucket is gonna be themed after the social champion shirt color.
Ew,
No, it's
you know
not.
what? It would be gross
No,
if
it's
it
not.
was.
Our color's white.
We'll
No,
come up
could
with
you
something.
imagine how gross it would be if it was the Billy Goats because they have that like Chardonnay, like red, like maroon
Oh.
color. Oh.
Oh yeah, but then you
So-
can do sangria moonshine or something.
Oh snap.
Or yeah, go.
You're right.
And it'll be like the Waka bucket will be a special thing, but it'll be like the whatever team name Waka bucket or whatever. So
Oh my god, could you
try to do
imagine
something,
it?
and I think it's
Moist
appropriate,
cakes
like
will walk up like
something bar related for the social things.
I like that.
Ours will be like
Working
thick
on it.
energy though. You'll have to drop the kick. It'll get too long.
Was it a Monster Energy drink and a bunch
No,
of
keep the cake. The cake bucket.
What's a thick alcohol mix it with Monster?
Bailey's or something.
Oh,
Oh.
The good news is if it ends up being horrible, like the other team, the winning team will get to consult on it too.
If
At least
we
it'll
win
be
it-
something they like.
If we win and you do shirt color, the only drink I can think of is White Russians.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's
Some
You
So,
can
like,
feel
You want some
rendition
milk
on
after your
it.
kickball game?
Bucketheads is pretty creative. So like the buckets are typically 4 different alcohols mixed in. So
Yeah.
I'll give them some leeway because, like I said, they're pretty creative. I mean, they got like 4 or 5 different buckets already on their normal menu. So I think they can come up with something.
Yeah, I'm not drinking buckets with Lauren anymore.
Why? What happened?
See, what had happened was
What
the way my
happened?
liver's set up.
What happened?
Look, don't even talk, Rick. We have to pull you out of places, bro.
I know.
Yeah, you're terrifying.
All
You're a
right,
bad
so
influence.
I'm
You're-
No, they're the influence.
it
I'm
doesn't
just-
look like we have
Ray
any more
Rick just
questions
shows up.
coming in. So I'll go ahead and thank everybody who
Yeah.
tuned in to watch.
Later, taters. I'm
See
sorry,
y'all
AJ.
Monday.
I love you so much.
That's not what
Billy
you said
Goats, prepare to get that ass kicked.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
All right.
Hey, Ryan, you heard that?
Yeah, Ryan, Andrew, Caitlin, Bill,
Come on,
Joey. I'm trying to remember off the top of the head who else they got, but
You don't have anything to say
Ask
to
him
audio?
kids.
I think you need to work out your own game.
I'm just gonna talk on the field.
Is that what you do?
I gotta ump your game. I want to ump your game.
We're
so I
not
Hey,
can
that
take
white-
this
we
ball.
don't
that
ump,
white-
we don't ump anymore.
No,
That white stripe on my ball as it slides down third baseline, I'm good. That'll do all the speaking for
Alright.
itself.
Ooh. You heard it, Mafalda. Get him.
Get on first, let CJ bomb me.
Somebody's gotta lose.
Later,